Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're finally taking the car to go get wrapped. So the car's not perfect. It's in pretty dang good condition. It's a New Mexico, Arizona car, so there's no rust. I've spent a lot of time and money kind of building this car the way I wanted, and kind of the last thing I left for it was the wrap, just because I wanted to get as much work done to it as possible without having to worry about the wrap. But we're finally here. And when I was originally going to have it wrapped, I had a color set in mind, but it was quite expensive. So I ended up actually changing colors and deciding between two others that were a little bit better priced. But when my son told me, he's 7 now, told me that he was excited to see the car this color, I told him, no, we're going this color. And he's like, ugh, I don't want to see it that color. Then I laid there for about 2 hours at night, realizing that if I'm going to have this thing wrapped, I'm going to wrap it the way I wanted it. So thanks to him, I'm going to go ahead and get it wrapped the way I wanted. So I really hope you guys enjoy. I know I'm going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to actually see it. But like I was saying, the car's in really good condition. There are a few things here and there, like with this side, whoever installed the ground effects, they did a fantastic job on it, because this is an 85 Sport Coupe. And they did a great job on it until it came to the front portion, where they decided the best way. They actually had self-tappers in there, and I just replaced them because they were kind of an eyesore. This isn't much better, but it's a little bit better. So there's that, 2 on each side. Then there's this alignment here. What I think had happened, they either replaced this fender or something, but the fender alignment on this one is not great. And then the hood alignment isn't great up here. But that's about it as far as the front. There's a couple little rock chips, and I went through and because it was a father and son paint job, so there were a lot of heavy dirt nibs and stuff in it. And as you can tell, like, the A-pillar is a lot lighter than the other panels. And so instead of just sanding the entire car, I just kind of got rid of all the dirt nibs and stuff like that, because they were quite large. Over here there was a little chip in the paint that would have been quite noticeable, so I tried to smooth that out. There was some chipping around the antenna location, so I smoothed that out and filled that. The stripes were actually painted over top, so there was a big difference between the stripes and the base coat, basically. So when I put a piece of test wrap over top of it, you basically had ghost stripes on top and on the deck lid. The only other thing besides like the chipping around here is the alignment of the rear hatch is off, but I figure I can fix that when I replace them with the billet hinges, which I'll do eventually. And then shortly after they had painted it, before I purchased it, they had some bubbling over here. This was like bubbling, and then this, somebody had actually walked by with a shopping cart when they were backing out of their parking spot and created some big gouges in it. So I basically just sanded that all flush to where it won't be visible through the wrap. I really don't care what it looks like underneath, because it will be wrapped. And then here you can kind of see the color differences. So that is really it as far as the defects, but there's no rust, no, anything else that really stands out to the eye. So really just fixing the hatch, and I did my best to align this stuff, but not too worried about it. It's not a show car. I do want it to look nice, but it's not a show car. It's time to go ahead and get this thing fired up and take it over to get wrapped. I also have my buddy Redbeard, who's wrapping the car. He's going to be shooting some footage so you guys can kind of see the process of it being wrapped. I'm not sure how much we'll record, but I'll get some of it, and then we'll see how it turns out. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the time lapse so far. We got everything done in the rear, and that's all reassembled. And there are some minor imperfections, which, you know, I'm just gonna have to deal with. This car's had some body work on it that you couldn't see through the prior paint job. Obviously, we knew these had been worked just due to the fact that the side wings were deleted. Got the wing back on, and in certain lighting you can see where the old racing stripes used to be. It's not perfect, but you know, it's coming together and I'm really enjoying it. Got the wheel well liners in, got the ground effects back on, mirrors back on, the Hoffman door handles in. I'm reinstalling the door panels now. You guys probably saw that video already if you guys follow all the Camaro videos. Got the front ground effects back in. Still working on the hood and headlights just because we're going to do a different design due to the fitment of the wrap on this hood with the scoop. So we're going to be doing a two-tone, and then I may be doing a design kind of like the DSE-Z brands up the hood, a little bit different. But the reason I'm doing that, I was originally going to do it down the fender or down the side of the car, but after the first attempt of wrapping this hood, there were a lot of imperfections in this hood. There still are, but I went ahead, sanded it all down, fixed as many of the little divot holes as possible. After I filled this one in, I noticed there was a big like low around the chip, and that's going to go for a lot of these over here. When it's wet, you can kind of see divots or low spots around where the actual chips were, and I'm afraid you're going to see that pretty easily through the wrap. So I want to go ahead and take the eyes off of just a flat panel, flat color, and I want to use those logos basically as a distraction to the imperfections in the hood. So that's what I'm going with. I'm not going to do anything else to the hood. So we're going to go ahead and get at it and then finish the headlight pockets, and we should be good to go. So that's it as far as the wrap. I was gonna do some driving around and get some footage, you know, of the car, but honestly, the weather isn't great yet. Maybe by the time I post this video, it will be, because it's probably gonna take me a week or two to edit this video because there's a lot of time lapse I need to edit through, and doing the driving afterwards, I thought that it was gonna create a really, really long video. So I'm gonna do a video after this of going more in depth of not just driving the car, but everything that I've done to the car. So the wrap, you'll get a close-up look of it. It's not perfect. The body underneath was not perfect. Before I thought, you know, there's some minor things here and there, but a lot with the panels themselves, like this fender over here where it meets the bumper. I didn't expect it to be perfect because I know the car wasn't in perfect condition. It's in really good condition, but not perfect. I thought a lot of the defects were in the paint, which there was. I tried to kind of massage those as best as possible. You can still see where the big scrape was in the back bumper. It's a lot less noticeable than before. But turns out after actually putting wrap over top, you can see that this car has had more body work than I originally thought. I knew they had done body work back here for the side wing delete, but it looks like they had done some down in the quarter, and then it looks like there may be some on the roof. It's hard to tell because the racing stripes were painted over top of the base coat and everything. So by no means is the car perfect, but it's exactly how I wanted it. I'm extremely happy with it, and I think it looks amazing. So we're gonna be getting it out quite a bit this summer. We're gonna be trying to hit up some car shows, as well as there's also a few meets where we'll be going to multiple locations over a few days. So we'll kind of do that, or at least try to get to those. Get some miles on this thing. Right now it has just under 700 miles. So I'm really happy with it, and it's time to start enjoying it, especially now that it doesn't look like a cheetah. So after I do an in-depth video next on like the exterior, we'll be going over all the suspension, everything that I've done with it. We'll go over everything in the engine bay. We'll go over everything in the interior. There isn't much left on this vehicle that I haven't touched. So, you know, I'm just going to enjoy it for a while until before the next big engine swap possibly. But we'll see. That's later on down the road. I'm going to enjoy it for a while. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more Camaro content coming here soon.